Hello and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday, and I have a special build today. This is actually a 100 baby challenge micro home. You heard me correctly, micro home. As you can see here, I was putting a lot of extra walls on there, but it's okay. I ended up not doing it, but there's a way to cheat walls. If you want me to tell you, let me know in the comments and I can make a video about it on how to cheat walls for tiny home. But this house is specifically for my Twitch 100 baby challenge that I am restarting as of Monday this past week. I started it for my very first day for the St. Jude Play Live fundraiser that we're doing over on my Twitch. There's a whole event going on this month, and we spent this entire last week fundraising for St. Jude. It's why I'm covered in tattoos. I got a full sleeve of tattoos of dinosaurs and retro tattoos, and it's not even done. I'm filming this on a Wednesday. The video comes out on a Sunday, but we have 2 more days of fundraising. Tomorrow, we're actually doing a Star Wars playthrough of Journey to Batuu because it's May the 4th, and we're doing it with crowd control, which is a mod that you can have in your game that works with Twitch so that your viewers can interact with your game. It's really, really fun. So we're using that while doing the Star Wars, and it's gonna be chaotic, and all the money for crowd control goes to St. Jude, which is super, super cool. And actually, there's been so many cool things going on with the St. Jude fundraiser this year so far. We've only been doing it for 3 days. It's May 3rd right now. We started on May 1st. My goal for the entire week was $1,000, and the first day, in the first hour, we raised $1,000, which was mind-blowing. I was without words. I couldn't handle it. If you want to see a screenshot of when I realized that we hit our goal in the moment, I do have a screenshot on my Twitter. It's really funny if you want to go check it out. My Twitter's linked in my bio. But it's been so much fun, and we've had a lot of fun incentives and milestones going on. These tattoos are one of the incentives. If you donated $10, I put a tattoo on. But this is actually probably going to be one of the last videos where you'll see me with long hair. You can't tell right now because I put a really funky bun in a clip right now, but I have really long hair, specifically down to my waist, past my waist, to my butt. I sit on it on a regular basis. And the milestone for $1,000 was to cut my hair and donate it to Wigs for Kids. So that's what we're doing. I don't know if I can do it on stream. I have to decide if I trust myself with my scissors well enough to cut it on stream, or if I'm gonna wait to get it done professionally. And that will be a little bit longer, but this might be one of the last videos that we have short hair for. It might be one of the last videos, which is kind of exciting, but also I'm a little nervous. I've had long hair most of my life. I've never really had short hair. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So you'll have to come back and see. You'll have to come back and see in a week or so if I still have long hair or not. You'll have to come back and see, because I genuinely don't know when the hair is going, but it's going soon. It's going soon. So as you can see, the house is very small. It is a micro home, so it's only 32 tiles big, and there's a huge fenced in backyard area. That's because I like to try to speed run my 100 challenges a little bit. I don't know why, but I like to be speedy. I love using tiny homes for my gameplay. I just think it makes it so much better, in my opinion. I like to grind for skills and that sort of stuff, so I really like the micro home perks and the tiny home perks and all of that. So that's why I do this to myself, but I do thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. So it's a super small house. It only has beds, and I have also changed this build a little bit since I did the build, because I started to play it for the St. Jude fundraiser on Monday this past week, so 2 days ago. There are a few things that I forgot to add or changed to make it better. So you'll see I put a pool in the backyard just because I didn't know what to do in a large spot. So I ended up actually taking out the pool and putting in a garden, because that's what my chat decided on doing for the matriarch's career. She's gonna be a gardener. That's gonna be the main way of us making money. So we added a large garden in, plus I added I forgot to put high chairs in, because I forgot that infants need high chairs. So I added that in, as well as a few other little bits here and there. But otherwise, you have almost everything you need to do a successful 100 challenge in this build. Even if you're speed running it, you can be pretty successful with this. It turned out pretty well, and it is also meant to be upgraded as well as you go. So I put in some cheaper beds to start with, as you can see here. I'm going through beds, but I ended up with a cheaper bed with bunk beds, and then I leave it so that once you start making more money, you can upgrade your bed so your kids sleep better, everyone sleeps faster, you have more time to do things. So eventually, once I have a lot of money, I'll upgrade all the beds to the Princess Cordelia bed, and that way they all sleep super, super fast and have a lot more time in their day to get things done. It took me a long time to figure out what to do the interior. I was like, what do I make this one room house color be? I did not know what I should make it into. I eventually went with this like light blue, and it kind of matches the outside, but the outside I think is white, but the coloring and stuff makes it look kind of blue sometimes. So it kind of matches the outside a little bit, but I think it's really cute. I like how it ended up. We got 6 beds with the bunk beds in, plus 2. I ended up putting 2 cribs in there. However, I did end up taking the cribs out because I found out during my gameplay that having the cribs so far away from where the infant's other stuff is not a good idea. So I ended up putting the cribs in my little infant cage that you'll see I have later on. I have a full cage for the infants and the babies as well, like the newborn babies, so that they can't really escape. I don't need them to escape, so I put them in a cage. But it's fine. So I ended up putting a bathtub in there as well. I fully forgot to add a bathtub to this build because again, like bathing the infants didn't occur to me, but that's one of their milestones is to have a bubble bath or a bath. And because you need milestones to age up the infants, I was like, we should get a bathtub because that'll be easy milestones. So that's what I ended up doing. I put a bathtub in there and I put the bassinets in there. Not the bassinets, the cribs in there. And got that all sorted. So I ended up putting another bed in this room. So it actually does end up in the layout, in my layout of it. Currently in my game, it does look like this with like bed against the window. I didn't put the chair back in, but it's fine. It's fine. And you can also fit another bed in there because I do have a couch in there. I was like, I'm just gonna put a couch, but we could put another bed in there as well. But the likelihood of having 8 Sims all sleeping at the same time, that's kid or older, is a little bit low. So I'm not super concerned about having not enough beds. Like, it's very rare to need all those beds. And I have the tents out in the backyard for the toddlers to sleep in. That's where they sleep. They don't need toddler beds. They just can sleep in the tents. I also threw out some sleeping bags as well, just because I thought that could be cute. And it's from Growing Together, so I was like, let's throw a few Growing Together things in here as well. My initial plan was to disable the Growing Together pack for while we play with the 100-day challenge, because I hate the infants and I hate the milestones, and I just don't really like Growing Together as a pack on its own. So, but that it's fine. But then I started using the items from the pack, and I realized that, and I was like, if I disable it, then I can't use any of the stuff that I put in the build, and I'd have to redo it all. So I'm sucking it up and doing it. So, and everyone also has their own rules right now of like how to age up the infants, because there are the official rules, which I believe they say that they have to have 3 milestones, with 2 specific ones as 2 of the milestones that they need to have, as well as tried a certain amount of foods. I would probably rage quit if I did that with my Sims. So I decided to change that for my gameplay because it's going to make it more fun for me. And I am all for, like I say, like if you're not going to enjoy some of the rules in a challenge that you're playing, change the rule. Challenges are meant to be played for fun, to have you enjoy it. So it's for you. It's for you to change however you want. So I did change those rules for myself. Also, here you can see I'm pulling out random items. I actually went into my last build and was looking at it. I was like, what items do I still need to bring in this one? And I was like, wrote them down, and I came back in and like grabbed them all out so I could use them. And here you can see I'm making a bathroom. It doesn't necessarily have to be like in a fence like this. I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer and a little bit more like collected. But I went with the university like shower and bathroom stalls because those, it doesn't matter with privacy with those. Like if anyone could be standing right in front of them and they don't have an issue with privacy, because Sims will get embarrassed if people are in the bathroom or they like walk in on them using the shower or the toilet or anything like that. So we do that to keep away from the embarrassment. I also have an outdoor kitchen. Now I am missing an item, and I haven't added it back yet because I kind of just want to get my matriarch her cooking skill up first before I get it. But if you get a banquet table, which is in a few different packs like high school years and luxury party, and I think 1 or 2 others, there are banquet tables which you can just serve food on. It'll just spawn food. You just pay like 200 simoleons to fill the table, and then you can just drag those food items onto the display case fridge, and then everyone can come grab food, including toddlers. Infants obviously can't because infants take bottles or breastfeed, so like that's irrelevant for them. But toddlers and up can grab food from there. They don't need help with being fed. So that's how I ended up usually doing food for my 100 challenge. But I would like my matriarch to get her skills up a little bit and everything first before grabbing it. And I just honestly just hadn't felt like grabbing it yet, but I'll get it eventually. But the main thing is you can put the birthday cake in the display case. However, when I've tried that before, it goes bad. it goes bad really quickly, or people still eat it despite there being candles on it. So that's why I have the fridge and the whole the kitchen situation, because otherwise I could just have a stove for one time and then have them have her make a cake and then put it in there and everyone can use the same cake. But unfortunately, I had to they like to eat it when it's anywhere besides in the fridge with candles on it. So that's why I have a fridge, and they still sometimes eat it. So that's why I keep the stove out. And it's also a great skill for the kids to learn, like for teens to learn for aging up. So that is another reason why we have the kitchen for skill game. There's a lot of skills built in here. However, my main skills that I do for teens is actually not a skill really at all. I just have them do projects from parenthood, because then they'll just learn, they'll work towards their school progress as well as their skill gain. So it's like a 2-in-1. I do that for kids as well. Like, they don't really get a lot of skill building on their own aside from projects. So I think I found that that works the best, and you can just grab your projects as you go. But I love how this build turned out. And also, if you want more tips about the 100-day challenge, I have a full video, like a 20-minute video, step by step, 28 tips or something on how to complete the 100-day challenge speed run. So if you want to go check that out, feel free to. I think there's a lot of helpful tips in there. It's all the things that I discovered when I did this last time. And this is my 3rd time doing it now. So I feel like I'm pretty experienced. I feel like I'm pretty experienced. But you can see here that I'm adding to the pool. I literally added it because there was just an open space and I was like, what did I put here? But like I said, I just deleted the pool. Just fully deleted it and then just added garden pieces there. And I just got another roof to cover it. That way, all of the plants aren't affected by seasons and I can just garden. So that is what I ended up doing with that. There are a few skill building things here, just in case you ended up needing them. I did not put this on the gallery. I fully forgot to put this on the gallery before I started playing in it. So I will also put on the gallery. It's going to be a little bit different than what you see here. There's not going to be the pool. There's going to be a few other additional items and things that I've done to make it work better for me and how I like to play, but it will be on the gallery, and that is the build. So let me go into the game and give you a little tour. So here is the house. The lighting isn't great on this slot in build mode, but it's okay. But here it is. It's super cute and small. You come inside, as you can see here, I changed up the bed situation and everything. You come out here, the Barfies, I moved things around, so some things are just a little bit messy, so I'm gonna fix these while we're just sitting here. But you can see I have adjusted some things here and there. I've made the baby corral, infant corral bigger. I've added the tub. I've added the cribs here. You could probably even add a 3rd one if you wanted to. We got our TV station. We got some plates out because, like I said, I've been playing in this. And then the garden area. And actually, all of my plants died. All of the plants in my game and all of my current saves are dead. Unfortunately, I've had 2 thriving gardens. They're just gone. They're gone. I'm really upset about it. But it's fine. It's fine. We have this garden. And I learned that bees will fertilize your plants. So we have a bunch of bee hives now. So that's pretty neat. And then we have our basketball hoop over here, which this is all here, not because of skill, but because when your Sims get sad because all of their siblings have died, they can dream big, I think, on the basketball hoop and their sadness goes away. Don't know why, but it does. And it's the fastest way I found. So definitely recommend that for any gameplay. But that is the build. I like it a lot. I like how it turned out. It's really, really cute. I think it's a lot nicer than my other 100 challenge house, which was a little bit thrown together really quickly. So I love how this turned out. Like I said, I will be putting this on the gallery at some point soon. It's going to be a little different than what the video is, but it's okay. This works better for the challenge itself anyway. And you can always add the pull back and things like that if you want to. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of other builds you'd like to see me try for a speed build. And if you want to see me build in real time, feel free to come over and join us on Twitch. We'll be hanging out over there Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern and then at 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!